Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy about tonight. We have the most amazing privilege, and this was like my reward for you. I told Amy, I was like, okay, my team has incredible momentum. Everybody talks about the summer slowdown. Not my team. They were just amazing momentum, and I wanted to reward you guys by hearing from really the top diamond in our company who is just like on the leaderboard every single week, her team on the leaderboard every single week. And I personally think her little key is the fact that absolutely no one is a stranger. This is Amy Paul. You may know her from the Big Bus and her 7 incredible kids and her handsome husband, and they're like the ultimate life in Kauai. And I know you're there right now, and it's like 3:00 p.m. and you should probably be out in the sun, but instead you're here with us, and I'm so thankful, Amy, for you. I'm just going to let you go and just pour into us your wisdom and your thoughts and how you've gotten to be where you are.
Aw. Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you for having me on. Guys, whenever somebody asks me to be on a call, I don't take it lightly because I know that she's entrusting her team to whatever I say. So it can be a dangerous subject. No, I'm just kidding. Pretty much every leader in our company does the same exact thing. Guys, there's nothing special that our team is doing that's any different than what Erin is pushing to y'all or telling you to do. It just might come out a little different when I talk, and you might hear it differently because you're used to hearing her talk. You know, it's that third-party validation that we all seek. And so right now, I have one of my girls back here. She's not that impressed with me. She's a senior Ruby about to be Emerald, but she hears me all the time. But if she was to hear Erin, she'd be like, oh my goodness, that was genius. You know, because it just comes out different. Right, Crystal? Don't you think? It's third-party validation, even the leaders know. Yeah, like just this morning I had Donna Lee Robinson, she's a diamond, and Bridget Ryan. They were all at the spa with us. And we're thinking, you know, my 2 senior rubies are here and they're like, oh, we're going to get some nuggets of wisdom, some, you know, awesome thing that's going to help us. And it's really like all the same thing. Like we all do the same thing. So if y'all would just think about income producing activity every day. The key to growing your business is IPA. That is the only thing. That is the key to success. It is doing what you don't want to do because you're not comfortable doing it. So for example, when you wake up in the morning, most people's first thing is they post on Facebook about Plexus or they post in their team pages, but they're not reaching out to potentials or leads. So you have to be personally signing people up every month. Every month you need to be signing 3 to 5 people up. Every month. If you are not signing people up, you are going to stagnate. You are not going to go forward. Guys, it doesn't take a lot of people to make you successful. It just takes a few. You just need a few good people that see the vision with you. This is a numbers game. So for example, Amy, if you sign up 100 people, let's say only 5 of those are runners. Out of 100 people, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? It sounds absurd. Like, well, obviously I'm not doing something right. Obviously I'm having this major attrition because my training program's not perfect. My duplication system is not perfect. That is not true, guys. It is not true. People are self-motivated. The people that make it to the top in Plexus are self-motivated. They're the people that get up every day, and when things like the back office or credit card issues happen or shipping happens, they're the people that like put a positive smile on their face and they work and they keep going through it because they're not going to let anything slow them down. They have a vision and a why that's so strong that nothing's going to stop them. If your why is not strong, if your belief in this company is not 100% rock solid, then you need to borrow some of my belief or Erin's belief. But you have to fake it till you make it, guys. This is something like when I was a silver, I did not have huge belief in the company. I was not like, yes, I'm making so much money. I'm sticking with this. My 3 people's credit cards declined. My 3 people didn't get their stuff because shipping stunk. And my belief was not there. But my upline had belief, and I had belief in the friends that had told me about Plexus. They told me, Amy, we're making 60 grand a month. And I was like, what? Like, is that even possible? You know, I'm a homeschool mom of 7. 7 guys. Like, that's a lot of kids. And even if you have like 1 or 2 kids, it doesn't matter. It's all perspective. You know, when I had 1 kid, I thought I was losing my mind more than what I think when I have 7, because they start to take care of each other and you start to just get in a routine. So I don't ever discount new moms with like 1 or 2 babies, because life is hectic for all of us. We all work jobs. We all have kids. I mean, we all have things going on in life. And if Plexus is not your priority, then you're not going to go fast. That's just what it is, you know, and you can't blame your upline, your downline. You can't blame other people for your success. You have to take this and run with it. My upline lived in Alaska. I was the first one on the island of Kauai to do anything. And I had to start brand new, just like y'all had to do. I had to go to every fair, every health fair. I had to reach out to people very unsure. I didn't even know what Candida was. Who had ever heard of Candida? I mean, and I'm like a natural birther. You know, I do natural birthing. I go to midwives. I had no clue what Candida was, you know, so it's not like I had some degree like my, I don't know if y'all saw on my page, my level 1 just hit diamond like 2 hours ago. Yay! It's my first diamond outside of my husband. So I was super excited. But her husband's a doctor and she's a nurse, and they had never heard of Candida, you know? And so people think, oh, well, she's a doctor, her husband's a doctor and she's a nurse. So that's how they made diamond. And that's not true either. Guys, what makes you diamond is your positivity, your consistency, and how many no's that you get. How many no's? I have been told no more than you. I reach out to people every day. Today I haven't because I'm in work mode, but usually, let's say I'm out and about. If I go in to get a coffee, I will definitely talk to those people in there. I'm not leaving there without a new Facebook friend in my contact list. That's why I don't accept Facebook friend requests anymore, because I'm running out of room. My whole goal, your phone, my phone's charging. Your phone is a tool with this business. It's like, it's your tool, and you have to keep those friend requests open for potentials. I mean, if I accept all these Plexus people are awesome. I love each one of you, but you're not making me money. You know, what is your goal with Plexus? Like, we all started this business for a reason, and it could have been to help your friends get healthy, to retire your husband, to make money, whatever your goal is. And that's what you have to keep your focus on. It's awesome to be one Plexus. That's why I love doing these calls. It's awesome to help people outside of your team and to do all of these things, but you can get sidetracked so easily by, you pull up your Facebook feed, all you see are Plexus posts, and all day you're commenting on these Plexus posts, or you're getting sidetracked, when really what you need to be doing is focusing on people that are not Plexus. So if you have to, Facebook has a great little thing, a tool on the side where you can separate your potentials on your Facebook feed. So if y'all don't know how to do that, reach out to your upline and they can tell you, because you should be able to go to Facebook and find all your potentials, and you should be reaching out to them. So if you're an introvert, if you're scared to cold market, like Eric and I, we love to cold market. We're not scared at all, but so I have a hard time relating to people that do not know. She sees me going, that I have a hard time relating to people that are introverted. Like, I don't get it. I'm like, why can't you just talk? But it's like, she's good at technology. So what Crystal does is Instagram. And so she is now making Instagram her best friend. And we learned that from Bridget Ryan, who has signed up 300 level 1s from Instagram. Okay. So Instagram is a tool that everyone should be utilizing, because if you're busy, you don't have time like me to travel the country and go to all these different stores. I mean, we meet people from all over. So what we do is we get new contacts cold message wise. So I believe there's a balance, guys. You have to have your hunter contact list. You have to be messaging those people. The girl that went diamond today, I reached out to her for 1 year before she signed up. What if I would have said, well, she's told me no 4 times. And I didn't reach out to her on the 5th time or the 6th time or the 7th time. I don't even know how many times I reached out to her, but I remember it was obnoxious. So, but I did it like caringly and not scammy and weird. So you have to reach out to people like you care about them. Hey girl, I saw that, you're playing at the park with your little kids. They're so cute. And I know that you have 2 little ones and you probably don't have a lot of energy. I know when I, was a new mom and my kids were little, I didn't have a lot of energy either. Have you thought about trying the products that I blast all over Facebook? Because they've been life-changing for our family. So you're just being real. You cannot be salesy. You have to be real. Don't just shove people in your Facebook groups if you're having virtual parties. Ask them. We're having a virtual party on Thursday night at 6. I would love for you to come hear about the products. Can I add you to the group page? Do not add people without talking to them. I'm in like 30 legging groups and I don't want to be in those groups. So I'm like, where are the, like, you have to have like some kind of ethics when you're doing network marketing, because if you don't, you give network marketing a bad name. How many of y'all would avoid people at church because you're like, great, now they're doing jewelry and candles and whatever else. Like, I don't want your stuff. Like, I was the person that avoided network marketers. So when I joined Plexus, I had to get over that stigma of, I don't want to be one of those people. So I found out that if I just shared my heart and I shared authentically, that it worked. So just share your heart. And if people don't want it, don't get down on yourself. Don't think, oh man, like my friend, she's my best friend and she won't try Plexus. What am I doing wrong? You are not doing anything wrong. You just keep reaching out to people. And the more people you reach out to, the more your network and your circle of influence is going to expand, because you are going to grow as a leader. Your circle of influence might be very small. You might be somebody that has not been out of the house in a while. You've just been raising your little ones, or, you know, you haven't moved all over. We were military, so we had lots of connections. So maybe you don't have that. Maybe you grew up on a small island like a lot of my team and you don't have friends off island. You have to find ways to get around that if you want to be successful with Plexus. So you have to think outside the box. So Instagram and hashtags are your new best friend. So you are Googling trending hashtags and you are going to hashtag, take a picture of yourself and say anything that you like. So for me, I write RVer, adventure, road school, homeschool, stay-at-home mom, anything like that, kawaii. Whatever your interests are is what you're going to hashtag, because people search hashtags. And when they start following you on Instagram, you're going to send them a message. Thank you so much for following me. You know, I'm really passionate about being a mom, and I'm also passionate about this product called Plexus. Have you heard of it? If you don't want to hit them up right away, build a relationship a little bit. Start liking their posts, start commenting a little bit, and then talk to them about Plexus. Whatever is comfortable for you. But guys, do not scroll Facebook until you have reached out to leads every day. That is going to be huge. So when I wanted this business, I joined, raise your hand if y'all were with Plexus when the iPad challenge went through. Any of y'all were with Plexus during the iPad challenge? Were you, Erin?
I was a wholesaler watching and posting every once in a while, and watching Stephanie Murray and Sarah and everybody go for this. And I was like, no, most people on here were not part of that.
Okay, so basically I took the products and I earned one. Good job, Carrie. Yeah, so I took the products 7 months before I decided to really share, because again, I had to get over the stigma. I had to get over my pride. I had to get over what people thought about me before I started to share. So iPad promotion came out and you had to get 3 ambassadors and 3 customers to earn an iPad, sort of like this month for your $100. And I am a red. If you don't know what colors are, you need to get the book. What is it called? MLM Colors? I can't even think right now.
12 Color Personalities of Network Marketing by Big Al. Yeah.
Y'all need that book. It's huge, because I am pushed by contests and being competitive and things like that. So that made me work, because I wanted to win my kids an iPad for Christmas. So if you're trying to sign somebody up, you're like, man, I really want them on my team and they don't care about money, or they're not motivated by money, and you talk to them about money, you're going to turn them off. So you have to know what motivates people, and you have to be able to read people. So How to Win Friends and Influence People is a great book, and the 4-Color book. That is how you talk to people. It teaches you, okay, so this girl only wants to help people get healthy. She loves to help others. So you have to talk to her on that. You cannot talk money with her, or she's going to go completely the opposite way. So guys, homework for this week if y'all want to do it, if you want to take the challenge, is go through and make your contact list, your potential lead list. You should go through all your Facebook contacts. You should go through your whole cell phone. You should just start, use the Frank's method. Guys, we're bringing it back to the basics. And that's what most of us forget to do. Even me as a diamond, I forget to go back to the basics. I think, well, man, my team's like almost 5,000 strong. All I have time to do right now is manage. That is so not true, guys. If I stop signing people up, then I am not going to continue to move forward. Okay, so my goal was time freedom. So we reached that. We're both diamonds, but I want to focus on signing level ones. The month before, we signed 12 people up. 12 people joined our team the month before. And I tell my people, if Eric and I can sign 12 people up, you should at least be able to do 1 or 2 people. 1 or 2 people to your team every month. If you're a gold ambassador, you have 20 people on your team. If all 20 of those people signed 1 person up, do you see how quickly it goes? And guys, you have to just, 1 person is worth it. If you have a downline that says, hey, Susie, will you talk to my person on the phone? No, you have to get 3 to 5 really to make it worth my time. 1 person is worth it. 1 person. You work this business knowing that each person could go diamond. Each person, you can't judge them. You have to work with them like they are your next rock star. And guys, if you give them all the tools to succeed and they don't take those tools, then just let it go. Don't drag them and just let it, water off a duck's back. You cannot make people work. I tell people all the time look at when you're out and about, you're just walking around the store, somebody drops a piece of trash, you'll see 20 people walk past that piece of trash. 1 of those people might pick that piece of trash up just because they're the type of person that sees a need and does it. But most people are not like that, guys. Think of the places you've worked. You see the lazy people. You see the people that are not self-motivated. That's the same as Plexus. Just because they join your team does not make them change their work ethic. They're still going to be lazy. It's a character training. You're trying to instill in them something that you have, and you're hoping that you can give them enough of a vision that they'll want it. I could show people my paycheck, and they're just like, okay, I want that paycheck. Well, what do I have to do to get there? And they'll work 2 months, 3 months, and then they're done. If they're not gold by 2 or 3 months or something like that, they quit. I tell people all the time, just give it some time. My husband was a senior gold in December. He was senior gold. He hit diamond in, 2 months ago. So that's how quickly you can go when you get runners on your team. And we weren't dragging people. We got 3 new people the same month. Those 3 new people just happened to be runners. He has over 100 level ones on his team. You want to know what? Maybe 10 of those are working. 10. Maybe 10 of those are working. So you don't need a lot of people. You need a few good people. So your next good person could be right around the corner, but you're going to quit before it gets there. And you're going to look back and say, oh, Amy was just a lucky one. Oh, she just got in. She's just the lucky one. There is no luck with Plexus, guys. This is hard work. I sacrificed a ton. My kids had to get up and make their own breakfast sometimes. My oldest daughter, you know what? She's a great cook now because she learned how to do dinner, and I had taught her all that pre-Plexus, but I'm so controlling, I'd never let her go. And this, I just had to let her go, and it worked. And guys, I tell everybody, this is a family affair. If your spouse is not in this with you, then you need to rethink how you're doing it. Are you ignoring him because you're on your phone all the time? If your kids aren't wanting to be a part of this, are you ignoring your kids all the time? Make it a family thing. What transformed our business was when Eric and I started working it together, and we started having our kids help us. So that's what y'all should do. If you want to get men on your team, start promoting your business as a husband-wife team, as a family team. And if your husband's not for it, guys, just be, aware of his needs and just know that he's eventually going to come around when he sees that you're for real. And that's the thing. When this isn't just a little hobby where you're not just selling a little bit of like health products or weight loss products, he probably doesn't even know. He's like, oh, she's drinking some stupid pink drink and trying to sell it. So you just have to stick with it. And there's a book called The 4-Year Career. And I really, really like that book because if I would have told you, Ashley, if I would have said, okay, I want you to give me 4 years of your life. 4 years. And at the end of 4 years, I can promise you $10,000 a month, between $8,000 and $10,000 a month, a Lexus, and a free Hawaii trip. But you have to give me 4 years. You have to commit right now to 4 years to me, and you have to give me 2 hours a night. Would you do it if I would guarantee you $8,000 to $10,000? Yes. And that's what I'm telling you. People, what we do is we compare each other. We compare ourselves to each other. Well, I didn't go as fast as Amy. So obviously, this isn't for me. I'm only an emerald and this person's a diamond. I've been an emerald for 4 years and I can't make diamond. Guys, I had a good friend who's an emerald quit Plexus in the last 3 weeks. Can you say the dumbest thing ever? And it's because she was so busy, focused. She had her blinders off looking at everybody else. I've been with the company longer than all these people that are diamond now. And she was not content. And now she's starting over at the bottom of another company thinking she's going to do better. So this is what I'm saying. Like, what kind of logic does that makes no sense at all, but because she was comparing herself. So if my journey slows you down, block me, unfollow me. I don't want to be a stumbling block to people. I want y'all to focus on only your journey. Make a big dream board and say, this is where I want to be in 4 years. And guys, if you make emerald in 4 years, that is crazy. You could go to school for 4 years. You don't make that kind of money. Go to school 8 years. You don't make that kind of money. But we think that we're supposed to be rich or we're supposed to be diamonds overnight. Well, why am I not making that much? Look how hard I'm working. And the reason we think we're working so hard is because it's relationship marketing. So it's uncomfortable. You're making your friends uneasy. You're getting uneasy. But think about the people that have such great results that they're saying, thank you so much, I'm off my anxiety meds. Thank you so much, I have no more migraines. Thank you so much that my husband is now retired and I don't have to work. Thank you so much that I was able to see my baby and not go back to work anymore. And so there's these people that you have to keep at the forefront of your mind. So when other people come at you after 2 weeks of being on the product and say they haven't lost a pound and they want to quit because Plexus doesn't work, you can just keep focused on the positives. Okay, so some applicable applications that we do for our team, because y'all know I could talk Plexus all night. So some applicable things that we do for our team is when somebody joins your team, this whole back office, you don't have to have backup orders on that. We don't even talk about that. Everyone has to have a backup order on. Everyone. Okay. When you sign up, you're signing people up with welcome packs. And if they can't afford a welcome pack, you're saying, oh, that's great. When do you get paid? The 15th? Okay. I'll call you on the 15th and I'll walk you through signing up with a welcome pack. And you tell them they have to wait, guys. You want those business building bonuses. So you're signing people up with the welcome pack with their auto ships on. If you are walking them through the process, you can set their auto ship up for payday or for the 15th. I always recommend setting your auto ship up 2 weeks prior because they're going to run out of product, and you do not want your people running out of product when they're getting started. And you also tell everyone, if you're not willing to try these products for 3 to 6 months, this might not be the product for you. And the reason you are saying that is because this is an overnight fix. Y'all know that. We know Plexus does blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. That is not fixed in 1 month. It is not fixed in 6 months sometimes. Sometimes it takes a lot longer. But if you believe in the process and you're passionate when you're selling something, you can sell blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation and get your people on these products for 3 to 6 months. And you're telling them, don't worry, I'm going to send you information on how to take this. I'm going to be your health coach. You can say that, guys. I'm going to be your health coach. I'm going to make sure you're, drinking enough water. I'm going to make sure you're taking your products correctly. That's the key. You don't sign them up and leave them. You cannot sign people up and leave them and think they're going to stick with this. Most ambassadors are wholesale ambassadors only. They're signing up for the cheaper price and they're hoping to get a few friends on board. If they don't have good results or they don't get a few friends immediately, $150 is expensive to people. I think $150 is nothing for our family, but you are not going to get people to spend that much money every month unless you help them go silver. That's pretty much what you have to do if they're an ambassador. So sign them up and try and get them silver. So what do you say when somebody says, I'm not promoting these products till I have a testimony? Everyone says that, right? Everyone. No, I want to wait till I have a good story. You're going to tell them immediately, no, Like, no. Like, do you hear how I'm saying no? It sounds like I'm being bossy, but people want to know what to do. So you say, no, I want you to share right away, because anyone can benefit from blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. You get that, right? And they're going to say yes. And you're going to say, okay, you can share my testimony, or you can say this. So excited to start these natural supplements my friend Amy told me about. She had better energy, better, no more sinus infections, whatever you can say. Make it compliant, of course. And say, who wants to try this with me? They are not saying they have a testimony. Does that make sense? They're not getting on Facebook and lying to their friends. They're saying, who wants to try this with me? Because think about it, guys. How many times have you joined the gym with a couple friends? How many times have you done Weight Watchers or a diet with a couple friends? I always tell people girls go to the bathroom together. So you girls like to do stuff together. So you get a few of your friends on board and you say, let's do this together. And so once somebody comments, hey, Erin, what's Plexus? Your new ambassador is going to freak out because they don't know what Plexus is. I mean, I had no clue. If somebody asked me what Plexus was, I would have been like, I don't know. I seriously have no clue what this is, but my friend told me it's good. So you want to start three-way messages. You want to start three-way messages and say, hey, Sally, I don't really know what Plexus is, so I included my friend Amy in this conversation because she's been doing this for 2 years. She has an amazing story. Amy, will you please tell her your story? Then I take over the conversation for my new ambassador. Because when you take over the conversation for your new ambassador, you make it easy for them. And that uneasy, uncomfortable feeling is not there. And so they're more apt to pursue this as a business. When people get uneasy and uncomfortable and it seems a little hard, they quit. So you have to make it easy. So tons of three-way messages. And then you say, hey, so would you be interested on Thursday at 6? Let's get an informational going. It's going to be super chill. I'm just going to be talking about a couple of the products, and I know you have some friends and family that could benefit. So does Thursday at 6 work for a video conference? And they're going to say, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to do that. You're going to push. You're going to say, I know I wasn't really ready either, but I know that you probably have a couple of friends or somebody that needs, energy. Think of some young moms. Think of somebody that has diabetes or an autoimmune disease. Trust me, it's super chill and easy. Only 25 minutes. And then they might say, okay. And you're going to say, okay, I'm going to send you what to send them. And they're going to write something to their friends that says, please, I'm starting this new business called Plexus. I'm really excited about it because I'm hoping to get some of my health issues under control, and I would love your support. Will you please give my friend Amy 25 minutes on Thursday? Please just support me in this venture. Easy, guys. And maybe no one will show up. Maybe 2 people will show up. But remember what I said, one person is worth it. That one person will sign up. Pretty much they'll sign up once they hear about the Fab Four and my story, and then you keep doing that. And guys, that's how you do it. So if you're under Erin, this week she's going to be super busy, but you should reach out to Erin and say, hey, I haven't really signed anybody up this month. I would love to do a Zoom with you. Can I get 2 or 3 potentials on and you go over the Fab Four with me? Think of what that would do. Even me utilizing my upline as a diamond and saying something like that to her, hey, Steph, if I get 3 potentials on a call, will you do that? That provides third-party validation. They've already heard from me. They already know my story, but they need to hear from somebody else. As we're going across the country, we are hearing so many stories of people that have already been prospected by their friends, but they haven't signed up until we talk to them. And it's not because we're special. It's because we're an outside party confirming what their friend has been telling them. So if you're posting on Facebook twice a day and you're reaching out to your friends and family, when I come through the town and I say, yeah, we're with Plexus, they think, oh, Roxy told me about that. I need to call her now. This obviously is real stuff. But you have to be there and you have to be the one that's continuously posting. So when they hear the word Plexus, they think of you. Okay? And don't let me be the one that signs up your potential because you are too scared to reach out to them. We've had that happen. We had a guy in Arkansas that everybody wanted. He's in a town of 2,000, the Heffley's town, and he owns the only coffee shack in that store, and he's an entrepreneur, and he was on everyone's chicken list. We went there, we signed him up in 20 minutes of being in the drive-thru. 20 minutes. And the only reason that the Heffleys knew is because we took a picture. What we do when somebody signs up is we take a picture of them. And we say, so excited to start these natural supplements my friend Amy told me about. So I took a picture of him with his phone, and I I typed it in his phone and pushed post. And by the time we got back to the Heffley's house, they were like, how did you get Brandon? We wanted Brandon forever. But they were too afraid to reach out to him because he was known in the town as being an amazing guy. So you have to just realize if you do not talk to people, somebody will. So just start doing it. Start doing it. Don't learn a hard lesson. Make your list this week. Reach out to Erin and set up a Zoom if you can, and then get your people posting on Facebook right away. You have questions for me, Erin?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you the question that I think everybody will ask. How do you get people on your Facebook page like that when you're standing in line at a coffee shop or whatever? You say you go into a store, you make sure you have somebody on your Facebook page before you leave. So give us an example of what you might say to people. How do you do that?
Okay, repeat that really quick because the lady came up. She's like, can you be quiet at the spot? There's like one person sitting here. Okay, what?
I'll make it quick.
No, you're good.
You can be quiet.
Liz is down there doing hers, so.
Oh, well. They're getting business from you.
Yeah, they are.
Slim. Okay, so like you talk about like talking to people. I know you are so good at this. I met you at convention, standing in line at the jewel thing, waiting for, our correct little name tags, and you were just, everybody is your friend. What advice can you give to people who that makes them a little uncomfortable? How do you go about establishing a relationship quickly with someone and then handing them your phone and saying, find yourself in front of me? How do you do that?
Okay, so when we walk into grocery stores or we walk in anywhere, I always say, use the example of Whole Foods. So we walk into Whole Foods, I walk up to the counter and I say, hey, we've been looking for a Whole Foods. We live on the island of Kauai and there's not one. And they're like, oh my goodness, what are you doing here? And I say, oh, we're traveling the country with our kids. You've got to follow us. Are you on Facebook? Here. Put your name in my feed and you can follow us. And that's how I get them. What you should do is something different. So you should walk up to people, try and start a conversation. And then you just have to say, oh, well, we've been talking. Are you on Facebook? I'd love to connect with you. Okay. And have your phone up. So you're like, are you on Facebook? I'd love to connect with you, and turn your phone towards them, because most people will not say no. As long as you're I genuinely like people. So like at convention and stuff, people know us because we're not snobby. We're not standoffish. We talk to everybody. We you have to be one of those people that genuinely likes people. If you're snobby or you're like, you walk around with that mean face all the time, no one's going to want to come up to you. So you have to be genuinely interested in people. Go up to people, and I always talk about in like the Vietnam veteran hats, and say, thank you for your service. I really appreciate you. And then you start a conversation. You just have to go up to people and talk to them and genuinely care about them. I don't have time to be building relationships with people. Truthfully, I don't. I can't build friendships with a ton of people or build tons of relationships. I don't have time. But I can do it a little bit, and they can watch my journey, and I can, I have my contact list. I make a list of all my potentials. And then I go through once every 2 weeks or something, 1 or 2 weeks, and I comment. And so that's how I'm building a relationship. But that's on my to-do list, guys. It doesn't come naturally for me to think, oh, the girl I met in Washington, D.C. at the museum. That doesn't come naturally.
Yeah. So you are not necessarily cold messaging those people right away. You are putting on your list, you need to go comment and love on social media on this person.
Yes, but I also do go straight out and cold message people too. Like, yeah. I will say to all men, I never build relationships with men. I just say straight out like, hey, you are amazing. I saw your Facebook feed. You have 300 friends. Even if they only have 300 friends, you have 300 friends, which means you have a huge circle of influence. And I would love to have you on my team. Do you have 10 minutes on Thursday we could talk?
Okay. Yeah.
So with men, to get men on your team, you just have to stroke their ego and set up a date to like talk to them on the phone, and you pretty much sold them. So that's how you get men. But with women, you do have to build relationships.
Yeah. And that's just plain talk, people. That's just plain talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thanks. All right. Thank you. There's like one person.
We are so appreciative of, somebody said she's going to love her new website.
Yeah. So funny.
Well, thank you so much, Amy. I love this real, because really that's what you are. You attract people because you are real. And I think that is the most important part. And I love that you mentioned going to make sure you are commenting on those people's Facebook. Mm-hmm. We don't post on Facebook to be ignored, guys, right? We post on Facebook to be loved on. I mean, that's what we hope. We want to be seen. So thank you so much. I don't want to take any more of your time because you are amazing. And I know you have this massive team, and yay for Brooke. Oh my gosh. So excited.
Awesome.
So awesome. All right. Well, we will see you at Leaders Retreat. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all, guys.
Thank you, Amy.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.